Hey ladies and jellyfish, wumbles of all sizes, welcome back to Askier's videos. Today I'm joined by RushaanSBSP,
Hey, hello guys.
and I'm also joined by the Ninja Story.
Hey.
So yeah, today we are going to be talking about what shows deserve reboots. The first time when I, put this out there, people thought I meant like what shows specifically, like people are like, oh, like Jimmy Neutron or I don't know, Hey Arnold or whatever need reboots. But
Yeah.
I think what this discussion is going to be mostly about is what criteria or what kind of fundamentals does a show need to deserve a reboot. So,
Yep.
yeah, if you guys just want to introduce yourselves, I'll start with Rushaan.
My name's Rushaan. I have a YouTube channel, RushaanSBSP. I mostly do SpongeBob videos, but I'm branching out to cartoon videos just in general. And you guys can find me on Twitter and Discord, Rushaan_YT. And for Discord, it's Rushaan_YT #0218. Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. So Rashaan's gonna be here. Definitely check out his videos. I checked out your video; they were beautiful, great. I love SpongeBob, so everything you
Thank
make,
you.
I love them.
Thank you.
And the Ninja Story, he's not a YouTuber, not that I know of anyway. He's a fan. So if you want to introduce yourself, Ninja.
Yeah, I'm the Ninja Story. I actually do have a YouTube channel. Just look up top 10 worst SpongeBob specials because that's my most popular video. I don't really have any social medias, but my Discord is the Ninja Story #7310.
Perfect. Oh
And
yeah.
that's
So go and subscribe to Ninja Story. Check out his videos. So yeah, I guess let's just jump into it. So, what do you guys think? What shows do you guys think deserve reboots?
So first, I was actually thinking Teen Titans.
Definitely.
I heard like the story wasn't like the ending wasn't really like a perfect ending. So I heard that was one of the cartoons a lot of people wanted a reboot for.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I've been looking at right now.
Yeah. Obviously, the Teen Titans did get a reboot. The Teen Titans Go, but I'd love to see a Teen Titans actual reboot, like the same thing. Just bring it back. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since the Teen Titans Go movie came out, season 6 has been announced for Teen Titans, so that's something to look out for. Thank God. So yeah, Ninja, do you want to add anything? Ninja, do you want to add anything? Okay, so I think it glitched or something. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking for a show to have a reboot, I think it needs to be loved. I think the show needs to have some kind of base to go off of because, for example, your Teen Titans example. That's a show that a lot of people love. A lot of people kind of would like to see it come back. I think for a show to want to deserve a reboot, it should have a big audience, an audience that deserves a reboot, I guess. If they're passionate fans, I mean, obviously some shows will vary. Some fans will be more into it than others. But for example, how loyal are the fans of, I don't know, for example, like a kids show like Peppa Pig versus a show like Samurai Jack or Teen Titans. So yeah, for a show to get a reboot, I think that's one of the main criteria it should follow.
Yeah.
But I feel like you do have to have a big audience, but at the same time you have to do something new with that franchise.
Exactly.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Because the nostalgia feel is gonna wear off pretty quickly if you don't do something new, fresh.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I also think for a show to get a reboot, the reboot has to be, well, obviously it has to be good. That goes without saying. But the thing that kind of brings it up in my light, like for example on the screen right now we have the Batman Joker. I know you guys can't see it, but in post it'll be the Batman and the Joker, the Batman animated series reboot, and there's also Teen Titans Go. And then, like, which show has, like, a more deserving of a reboot? You'd say that, you know, for example, with, like, an action show, like, for example, Batman, you'd say that, you know, it deserves a reboot because there's more stories to tell, there's more powers to add, you know, there's more villains they can do, more, you know, character development. But, like, for example, with the Peppa Pig's example, or, you know, like, some shows that they got reboots that aren't action shows, like, I don't know, for example, like, I don't know, any show that got a reboot that wasn't an action show. I don't think they can tell that many more stories with, you know, the characters they have. Like, for example, if SpongeBob got a reboot, what would the reboot be about? You can just tell more episodes in the main show instead of having to do it in the SpongeBob reboot.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think are some, you know, like, key points for a show to have a reboot? Do you think you need, like, a certain base or foundation to get a reboot, or can any show get one, or does it have to be, you know?
Well, when it comes to, like, a reboot, I would say, like, if it has, like, a base, I guess you can go off of it. Some, like original cartoons, like, the story may have been rushed due to time constraints. So maybe if they did a reboot of a show that had that problem, maybe they could take more time on the development of, like, the story, since, like, I feel like the story is one of the most important parts of any show. Like, yeah, it's definitely one part, or, like, one thing that you need to have when you're doing, like, a sort of reboot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could look at some reboots on television today.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I had a few in mind, but just to make it easy, let's just search TV show reboots.
All right.
I hope Google has. Oh yeah, perfect. We got some nice things here. Like, so I think some, like, for example, some shows that got reboots in the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. There was the Ben 10 reboot, which I talked about a lot. There was the Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans Go, two TMNT reboots, which were both great. I mean, I did do a review of Rise of the TMNT. It's not a great show, but I mean, it's better than Teen Titans Go. And there's also some other reboots, like, you know, Samurai Jack and Total Drama, if you consider that a reboot. But yeah, so, you know, looking at what we have, I'd say it's a more of a gamble, like, for, like, in terms of, you know, what shows or what, you know, things can get reboots.
Yeah.
But mostly I just think that, you know, like I said, with the gamble thing, it's just that if you have, like, a show like Powerpuff Girls or Teen Titans Go or, you know, Ben 10, it usually turns out bad, especially in Cartoon Network's case. But then you also have some shows like Samurai Jack or, you know, TMNT, which, if you treat them right and you know, give them the right amount of, you know, stuff to work off of, I think it can benefit greatly.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you guys want to add anything to that?
No.
Yeah, well, whatever you said was, like, yeah, that was true. How you, like, some, like, I feel like there's a lot of people, like, a lot of pressure to bring a reboot as well for, like, the producers and writers, since, like, a reboot can, like, miserably fail sometimes, like, so it's kind of like a big pressure type of moment for the directors, writers, and producers that work on a show.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just wanted to add that in.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to end this off by saying, if you guys were to make a reboot of a show, what show would you make and how would you reboot it? Like, what would the story be and what would the new stuff be?
Well, let's see. I always wanted a Jimmy Neutron reboot. It's, like, one of my favorite shows of, like, all time. I love the show. But make Carl the main character. How about that? Just do that.
Perfect.
I'm just joking.
Another Planet Sheen spinoff.
Oh, yeah. But make it better than Planet Sheen, please.
Yeah. So yeah, I just pulled up the script. The notes I had. Some other reboots that have come out in the last while. Some notable ones that I didn't say before. There's the Magic School Bus reboot, which kind of sucks. There's the DuckTales reboot, which is pretty good, actually. There's the Spider-Man reboot 2017, which was terrible.
Ooh, I never watched that one.
Yeah. There was the Big Hero 6 the series, which I didn't see, but I'm presuming it's, mediocre considering the concept. And there's also the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and Tangled the series.
Oh God,
which I don't even. That's just marketing at its worst.
Yeah. Why would they do that?
Yeah. So I think, judging with what we have, going through the list I have, we got Teen Titans Go, Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10, Magic School Bus, Spider-Man, Big Hero 6, Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs, Tangled. All of these are less than mediocre. I won't say they're all bad, because I haven't even seen Tangled the series, but they're all pretty bad. And Rise of the TMNT, from what I saw, it's middle of the road. It's not good and it's not bad. And there's also the DuckTales reboot and, some other, outliers. But for the most part, I think when a show gets a spin-off or a reboot, it's safe to say that it's gonna be bad. So I think when you get a reboot, it's safe to say that you have to have, a cynical point of view until it proves you otherwise.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So yeah. So something I wrote here. I said, I know. Do you guys want to add anything before I get into this?
No, but yeah, continue on.
All right, sure. Where is it? Okay, so it says I wrote an example of this is Nickelodeon's 2012 TMNT series, which they ended recently, which was a great show, an underrated cartoon to say the least. But I think for especially Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network's case, where everything is the money, I think for a reboot to be as high as ratings as SpongeBob or Loud House, they just kind of end the reboots and keep rebooting and rebooting until they get something that works. They keep throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So yeah, I mean, they clearly care about it. That's why, on their YouTube channel, there's always a Turtle Tuesday for the TMNTs on the Nickelodeon YouTube channel. I mean, they clearly care about it, but it shows that reboots tend to get lower ratings than other shows that have been on forever or that aren't reboots or spin-offs, like SpongeBob or Loud House. And yeah, so last thing, I know I keep saying last thing, but last thing before we end this.
Yeah.
Let me see. What do you think a show needs to have to be, considered a reboot? Because you can just make a spin-off of a show without changing anything. But for a reboot to be a reboot, you need to either change the animation or, the characters or whatever. So what do you guys think you need to change for it to be considered a reboot?
So I actually wrote down some things here. First, I think character development is really important. I think if maybe you could change it up a little bit with the character development if you're doing a reboot. Setting involvement is another thing. I know a lot of people don't really look at the setting, but I think a setting would be pretty nice to change it up a little bit. So yeah, those are the two things I feel like are pretty big on to make a reboot successful, since characters and setting, characters are really important into a reboot.
Yeah, I think changing the formula would also be a good touch, changing the art style or animation.
Definitely.
Or, factors that make a reboot more enjoyable, the episode length, maybe make that a little shorter or longer.
Longer, yeah.
Yeah. Or, changing the characters up. You can mix up the character personalities. You don't have to have, SpongeBob got a reboot. You don't have to have Patrick be this dumb person or SpongeBob be the smart one or whatever. You can change things up. You can since it's a reboot. I don't know. Yeah, you can make Patrick a smart person. You can make Squidward like nice to SpongeBob, at least for like a time being or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like an example of this would be the TMNT Rise of the TMNT. In the new show, they don't have the same weapons that they used to have. They have different weapons, which is a big change to the TMNT name. It's like a big change in the formula, but that's what makes a reboot like enjoyable. It's just to see the change that the characters and the story has made so far.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that'll end it for today. Ninja, do you want to add anything before we leave?
I really don't have anything to add.
Perfect. I guess that concludes this for today. Thank you all for watching. Links to Rushaan and Ninja in the description below to everything. Go subscribe and follow them everywhere.
Thank you.
Sure, subscribe to me also, and comment down below what shows you think deserve reboots and what criteria a show needs to have to get a reboot. Thanks for watching. If you saw the new avatar I have in this video, I'm going to mention it in the Season 8 video, so don't worry, that's coming up. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.